Alright guys, so if you haven't heard already, Collectors, the parent company of PSA, bought Beckett yesterday, or I guess they finalized the deal yesterday, and people went crazy. I'm here to give my thoughts on it. I have heard, I'm going to try to make this video as quick as I can, because I'm doing this before work and I have to get ready for work. But, I think this is the beginning of the end for Beckett, and I'm going to go into it. It just feels like an SGC situation, SGC 2.0 situation. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hop into why I think this is the beginning of the end for Beckett. So go ahead and hop right into this. Alright, so February 29th, 2024, Collectors, the parent company of leading card grading company PSA, has purchased one of its big rivals, acquiring grading company SGC, located in Florida. Where is the... Okay, here it is right here. SGC will remain an independent grading brand and no changes are contemplated. Joining forces with the Collectors team will allow SGC to double down on our strengths while greatly enhancing our capabilities to innovate and modernize our offerings moving forward. Our customer service, turnaround time, grading standards, and deep commitment to the community we serve will not be changing. Okay, you get the point. It's still going to be an independent grading brand. So, they said that about, said the same thing about Beckett. Let's see if it's in this statement right here. PSA bought Beckett. In a statement, Collectors know that Beckett will remain an independent brand within the Collectors family of companies, and there will be no current change in pricing. A source familiar with the terms of the deal told ESPN that Beckett's comic book grading service is included in the acquisition and will still be operated by Beckett. However, Southern Hobby Distribution used Beckett Profit. I didn't even know this part. And card game accessory Jack and Shield were not part of the deal with Collectors, the source said. I didn't even know that they were affiliated, to be honest with you. So that's something new that I learned reading this. But anyway, that's not the point. They're both going to be independent, but I think they're going to try. And why they did this is either to stop fanatics from buying. Now I'm talking more on the sports card side of things right now. It's to stop fanatics from buying a grading company, or it's a talent acquisition move, a move to gain assets so they can have more capital to do what they need to do. All right. So if you guys were on Jim Rate's Instagram, if you've never actually messed with this and their website, it's actually worth a look. But we're going to go ahead and just hop into what's going on the last 2 years with grading. I know we're going to go through this relatively quick. So here we go. January 24, PSA 1.22, CGC 184, SGC 157, Beckett $58,000. Or $1,000. 5,000 cards. Sorry, I'm trying to get this out. I'm trying to do this before I get ready for work, and I'm trying to be quick. 58K. That's all I graded. Nope. How do I view? I'm on desktop, so I don't really use Instagram on desktop. Where is it at? Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Sports cards. SGC is a big sports card. That was their bread and butter. Beckett 29K, CGC 20K. TCG and non-sport, Beckett 28, SGC 16. Total grading volume though, SGC was number 3. In sports cards they were number 2. And this is relatively gonna be the theme. February. This is when this came out the day after they got acquired, so this number's probably not gonna mean too much. 124, 164, 146 to 166. SGC is number 2 in sports cards. Beckett's number 3. CGC, that's not surprising. This number is not surprising. SGC is not known for TCG, but by grading volume, they're number 3. And Beckett's still number 4. All right, so let's go up to, let's look at May. PSA 136, CGC 184, SGC 174, Beckett 59, TCG this is pretty much going to be the picture, but I'm trying to figure out where, because SGC really falls off. Beckett's still low. That's September. Let's go to the end of the year. December 24, 1.22 CGC, SGC, Beckett 38K. What's going on with Beckett? Still is not really doing. Oh, hold on. Still doing much of nothing at the end of 24. Total items graded, Beckett 17K for sports cards. TCG, SGC 6, Beckett 20K. And a lot of these people that are grading with Beckett for TCG, we know what they're going after. They're chasing black labels. Side note, Gem Rate also has this information like on their website. You can play around with. They have universal pop reports and things like that. Where do we want to go? Let's go post SGC acquisition. PSA 1.4. That number just looks like it's getting bigger. SGC 146, Beckett 53. SGC 142, Beckett 23, Beckett 29, SGC 4. They're not really grading a lot of TCG at SGC. Total grading volume, as you can still just see thumbing through this, it's still. I want to see something. Let me go back down. So capacity really hadn't even moved too much. Still in the 160s, but I think they've fallen off a little bit. Where are we at? June, still Beckett 63. As far as total grading volume, they're still number 4. SGC 153, SGC 118. This is a really big fall off. So in September 25, about a year and a half, a little more than a year and a half post collector's acquisition, SGC's total volume plummeted by 50%. Beckett went up probably because of the TCG boom. Yeah, they went up because of the TCG boom. But I think seeing this trend, and Beckett didn't really only grade at 11 more K, but this huge drop off, I don't know what that's for. And then, look in October, Tag finally made the list, passing up SGC total grading volume, TCG 3K. So Beckett, even then, here, and you see they went from what they go. This is last number. Beckett 74. I think Beckett's getting more numbers in because people don't have another choice. 50. So it's really cutting down. This even dropped too. But I think as we saw a year and a half post SGC acquisition, those numbers plummeted. I think it's a talent acquisition move. I think they wanted the office. They recently started grading comics. I think that you're gonna see that come in. I know Beckett does autograph authentication. I don't know how big that space is gonna be, but I do know that PSA could maybe expand there. When PSA bought SGC, they did move in next door to SGC. And I think they also have an office in Texas close to Beckett. So I think they're just playing roots wherever they can. And that's that. The whole reasoning behind it, like I said, I don't know. There's only two possible reasons to block Fanatics or to get acquisitions, because we know the turnaround times right now are bad at PSA. It's not new. It's so bad that I almost contacted customer service because my order was an order arrived for over 75 days on a 45-day order, which is crazy. So that's that. But yeah, I think in a year we probably won't be seeing too much change. But I think in a year and a half, I think Beckett's numbers are really going to drop. They're going to drop lower than what they are, because really, let's be real, 74K. Let's go back to this. Look at November 74. That's nothing. That's just a drop in the bucket compared to total grading volume. So yeah, what prompted me to make this video was Jodo Jake. He went on live on Instagram and he thinks Beckett's gonna come back. There might be a small revival in Beckett, but I could see that, and I think people are excited because Beckett will get some of the technology that PSA uses. As far as I've never submitted through Beckett, so I don't know. I've used SGC before. I know SGC had an app, and I don't know if they got the app pre PSA or post PSA. We're gonna call it just Collectors PSA right now. I don't know when that app was developed by SGC. So, but I have used SGC before they even got acquired by Collectors, and it was very smooth to use. There are things I liked about SGC. Easily the best customer service in the game. And I know this is one thing that people don't like, is that they charge you up front instead of on the back. I don't know how Beckett works, so we'll see. But yeah, I think probably in about a year and a half, 2 years, Beckett could end up going down the drain, and they haven't really innovated too much. So we'll see where it goes. But I think it's the beginning of the end for Beckett. And let me know what your thoughts and opinions are down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.